And he's like, no. The Sandhill cranes are posted up over there looking at me. Now you want to move on to the meat of the shoulder with some illusion. But now we want this fucking full-faced, visceral transparency.
Joboy, Part 2, Episode 1, Mowlosophy. Mowlosophy, where that came from.
There it is, folks. There it is, folks. This yard will be a work in progress. Here's what Holly Potts was working on. Apparently, this plant, like, every so often, very long time, like 10 years, that's when it, the way she said it was, that's when it shoots off its babies. And she had just received this from a dear friend, and then, like, as soon as she set it down here, like, yo, baby town. Anyway, I think that's looking great. I'm gonna drink some water, and then we're gonna mow. Get things in motion. I wonder if anybody wanted to take a guess at how many times there's going to be compound mow puns. What is that called when you Mowlosophy? That's not a thing, so there's got to be a term for when things sound like that. Get it together, bud. Hold on. I realized, I think the next time, I might be able to put my iPad out here somewhere. And then I can, like, get music through the earbuds. Right now, they're just sound protection. Try it up a bit. I was in there watching myself, because I think it made sense to me first time. That's what it was like. It was interesting. This might be fun. I think this might be fun. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this mower I'm on, because I've got these ideas for customization. I bought this little bad boy from my boy, my bro. And he was like, I got one in the back of storage, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm just looking for a cheap mower, just try to get stuff done. I got a big yard and it grows fast. And he's like, I'll get it to you. And I was like, well, how much do you want? And he's like, $40. And I was like, what? It runs and cuts? He's like, yeah. I was like, you gotta take 80. Take 80, bro. And he's like, no, because then you'll be mad at me. And that was wise on his part. But now I probably wouldn't feel the same way, because I've worked on this weird little jobby enough here that I feel like maybe I'm close to it. Maybe it's because it's the first small engine that I've put Turn your head for 1 second. Don't think and drive, folks. On the road. I think it's okay in the slow mower. The nature of the game. Sometimes we're gonna lose it. Train of thought, that is. The Sandhill cranes are posted up over there looking at me. They normally walk through here, like right about this time. But I'm out here, they're gonna sit over there. So they probably got that far because I was inside for 40 minutes watching myself mow the lawn and talk out loud. And like now it's a sweet spot. And I came back out here. I guess it means that they have a route, like they do, right? Every day they come through, so they go there to there. Like a tortoise. Or some other animal. I guess it's just weird to think of a ground-based avian route. I've never really thought about that. Daily routine. The sun came back out. Now you want to move on to the meat of the shoulder. Don't accept that one. Send that back. Whoa. Take it easy. Alright. 2 words. This hat is going back on. Plastic one. And someday I feel that's possible talking about plastic. Let's carry all that complex. It's weird because I can't hear myself, so if I walk away from the microphone, I can't totally tell. But I will get better by talking about it and sharing the experience and growth with friends. Which is a real thing. Sharing vulnerable growth with actual humans that can hurt you. That is the fullness of the experience. If you pull away from that experience entirely to the point where you are singular, do not commingle, then you are the and protagonist. Singular yin-yang existence. I learned from the last video that when I drop my hand, I gotta think about the microphone placement. But I feel like sometimes with the beats they get mixed in. Maybe a little extra mower Might be cool. Yeah. Whoa! Don't me. Oh, I'm doing this perfectly. That's that monkey boy. One Fred the monkey back. Now we're going to go around the top. Past the Okinawa. Straight to. We're going to see the dead palm tree. That last one there, I lost the authenticity. God bless her, it turned into a little Miss Cleo. I think, you know, like back before shit could get found out, people were like a little more comfortable with some illusion-ish, you know, but now we want this fucking full-faced, visceral transparency. And I think I'm good with that. In principle. So, like, I am not, nor is another you, the creator, in my perspective. So, I lost that train of thought thinking about which path I was going to take around that electrical. Definitely did lose my train of thought. But even if I figure it out here in a minute, I think I'm gonna marinate on it a little more. Because it seems that's the way that it'll transpire. We're gonna go right past the traffic and they're all looking at me like, what the fuck does this guy do? Wait. I think eventually somebody's gonna see it. So that was the point about the mower, right? So he sold it to me, and I've always wanted to have a good, I started when I first got out of Frostproof. Put like a little rake attachment on the back of a Craftsman mower to try to get, you know, the sort of till plot. My buddy Melvin next door helped me out with it. There's something about making like MacGyver mower platform that I'm like really into, and I've been thinking about like it's been this love-hate with this thing, right? And maybe so because I love it, I should just keep going with this platform. So you might see this mower grow up. One of the things I want to do is like, so you know how you see guys on there, sometimes they'll be on the side of the road with a little grabber stick, like picking up trash. So that's cool. I've long thought about magnetic attachments for things like that, like a machete and a grabber, which makes a lot of sense. But the flopping around inevitably just slides them off, and then they're really into sheets. So, I mean, there's a system. I don't know, maybe if I get some magnets in a 3D printer, I'll fuck around with some shit. But I started thinking about, like, brush hogs, which is like a giant industrialized weed whacker. Like, that might be cool on the front as like a plow attachment. Or what if you had like an articulating, counterbalanced arm that I could control like a bus driver does a door, but in 360 degrees, and there's an electric weed whacker on the end of that shit, you know? So, you know, whatever side it's on, maybe it's both sides, you could mount it. Then I feel like you could probably put a blower attachment, you know, and just like it just articulates with your hand movement. You can edge, turn that shit sideways, roll down. Come on. Somebody hit me up. I would like to work on that. I've become a lazy mower. Like, I assess all the things that are in the way. I like to walk out the door. I don't know what it is, man. I just like to get right on the mower. Get on the mower. And I guess when most of the mowing is done, for whatever reason, maybe because I've been on the mower long enough, I feel like I'm probably jumping out. The volleyball's got a smiley face on it. Somebody sharpied it. That might have been D-Tron. Lost another one. Lazy mower. So I leave all the shit. I mow around it. Is that lazy? If I'm taking enjoyment, so in conventional wisdom, there's no preparation. And then there's all that work and cleanup or whatever, you know. So there's painting. Some people I know, won't paint until their shit is perfectly prepped. Taped, drop cloth. Every little detail. I'm not much of a taper anymore. I'll put some tape on glass. I feel like there's got to be a better way, like a paintable. I don't know. Maybe you could cut in with a clear gel that's guaranteed to stick only to itself mostly. Then you could just peel it off. Try to get me painted it on. It wouldn't matter what color, but actually. You just paint the opposite line. So you see shit like that with caulk. I've seen them tape caulk, 5-minute craft shit, right? So maybe they do that, but something that could be painted on it. Around the edge of the window. Just paint right over. Twice painting. But it takes a lot of time to put tape. It also takes a lot of time to be perfect. Get a good cut with a thicker gel. Oh my goodness! And step away from the nose. Some of the accents I used to be better at in my younger years. And I think I had some funny but probably mildly insulting accents being in or around both of the Tone area. Working at Sam Ashby's, first name Isaac. Some really beautiful people. But there's a Boca type. It's heavily New York influence. It's good times. New York, New Jersey. I also don't know what the fuck I'm talking about all the time, so I like to learn. Clarify the nuanced details I'm missing, family, please. Give everyone something to occupy their time with, and perhaps learn. being homeschooled, almost every engagement was approached like that, and perhaps learn something, you know, fun or whatever. Anywhere we could work in education, just because it was glorious. Now, as a father, I think about that as well. I have been told too much training. I need a break. I'd like to thank Netflix for some good relaxing time. I'd also like to thank the great outdoors for some good relaxing time. Figure that one out. It is a new world. Arrow asked me why I gave her a screen so early. She just looked at me with a pondered look. And I responded with, it's entirely too much nicotine for a day. But I love it. It's a nootropic. What to do? Somebody's going to say mushroom. Various mushroom teas. Polypots have been experimenting. Johnny Freeborn's been experimenting. They've told me these teas work well. Brendan Perry, he too is a subscriber to a mushroom morning brew. But man, nicotine, what a glorious nootropic. And coffee, specifically coffee. And I think someday in my life I'm going to spend some time understanding tea better, because I watched that tea documentary. It's wonderful and impactful. I feel like Werner Herzog was in there or something. Way, everybody! Anyway, the caffeine, I've done some, southern sweet tea all the time. I don't know. Coffee. What a fuel. I've recently come to learn things about sleep cycles in coffee. And that's interesting. Personal alchemy. But like, you tell me what. Okay, for a creative thinker out there, holler back. Coffee, cannabis, and nicotine. Mix as appropriate. So the idea that it would help us as a society to recognize that at this point we are sort of fundamentally chemically infused. Sugar, caffeine, all the ones we don't know about, all the ones we do, feel free to discuss. But as we embrace new understandings of biology, CRISPR, figuring out where humanity and technology intersect, which is an evolving line. There is no target. It has its own life now, that intersection. To what extent are we to be our own healers? And those that have researched and practiced ancient and earth traditions. Seek out ancient observational data, access new observational data, which is where I'm most interested in the assistance of artificial intelligence. And I suspect that the people who have these unlocked versions have already tinkered. So much going on that we are unaware of. But isn't that better to be in tune with one's body and life cycle, rhythm, flow, and adjust with a handful of naturally growing, already here things? Motherfuckers out here that like, I'm gonna stop there. I love the people I was about to know. I don't know them well. That would be a topic I approach after some forethought. We're not gonna dodge all the bullets here, folks. But we did that. Whoa. We're getting close. I feel like this is going to be it's like what, a 75 lap engagement. I'm not going to count them yet. The circles get smaller towards the back of this triangle that I live up here. And I have been working for however many mows to figure out the best pattern. And certain lines look good. I just kind of mow in a triangle, until I get to the bottom, and then I just look a bunch of this. If I get lucky, I go over here and I just like kick these benches over and mow underneath them, and then I try to do a weird reach and pickup. But I just feel like today, Mother would be mortified if she saw me doing this. I've also done a bunch of crazy stuff in front of me, so I need to see if the bench kicking dude strikes me. I try to nudge this fast. That type of stuff right there. Whoa! Mowing the lawn is a great time to think about the little piles of trash that you have around your house, if you aren't me. Piles of trash is typically not a suburbia scenario. In fact, out here in Polk County, a lot of these 5-acre lots they made really long and slender, and the county code is the house has to be the biggest thing. You can't have two houses. They want it right up front. I mean, people do put them way in the back, but they got to be able to afford all that copper. They want them right up front, so all the junk that the industrious people who worked in collecting things for potential reuse goes behind the house, not out where you can see it. My buddy Tom explained that to me. I felt it. Said that makes sense. I wouldn't mind more ordinances and laws that were like, yeah, you're Gucci to do what you desire, but you just gotta keep it behind the house, bro. Keep it in the backyard. Put that shit out front. And also, what's up with the disgust for junk? Uneven lines? Is that ins chaos? Shit we can't control? Fear. It stimulates fear. So angry at this pile of junk. Hey. Hey. You hear that hesitation in the mower? I don't think I'm running out of gas. I've never run out of gas on 1 gallon doing this long. I got distracted because I'm looking at a line of cars and I can't see them. I know they can see me. This is my first tip.
Back in the fiery water.
See if you can figure out that comedic reference. Oh. For a second there, I thought I had lost my hat. If I can find my sunglasses. I waited a week too long. I lost all my Sandsburg cutting progress. I got tricked because it did rain a whole lot. The grass didn't grow. I already knew too. I had talked to myself about that. Once a week, no matter what. Some people like to live by no matter what, and they feel really good. I like to strive for them. Unless they're fundamentally important that they are no matter what. Like, respect. I like to have a pretty significant degree of flexibility in my life. Everybody does. I can't say that. Maybe some people don't like it. I, on the other hand, will put myself in many harrowing experiences to maintain. And work, whatever is going on. My brain, I feel like I go crazy if I'm not. A little bit of risky business, actually. It's kind of attractive to me here. Wobbly camera. They just keep this method going. Because there will inevitably be a tumble. Okay, folks. I think this concludes this week's expedition in Mowlosophy. How long did that take? About an hour.